This is Providence Television International, the game changer.
On the world news, United States opens missile base in northern Poland, and United Nations condemns continued weapons supply to Sudan's warring factions. Good day and welcome to the world news on Providence Television International. I am Ugbebo Ikekwa. The United States is opening a new missile base in northern Poland, which Russia has criticized as an attempt to contain Russia by moving its military infrastructure closer to its borders. Located in the town of Redzikowo near the Baltic coast, the major base, which will be formally inaugurated today, has been in the works since early 2000. As Poland seeks to reassure its citizens of NATO's commitment to their security following Donald Trump's presidential victory, it said the base shows that its military alliance with the United States remains solid. The base is about 250 kilometers from the Russian enclave of Kaliningrad. United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken has pledged to strengthen support for Ukraine before the end of Joe Biden's presidency in January. The top U.S. diplomat made the promise during a visit to Brussels today amid ongoing uncertainty over the stance of President-elect Donald Trump on Ukraine's conflict with Russia and the wider NATO alliance. He also pledged a firm response to the deployment of North Korean troops inside Russia to help push Ukraine's offensive in the Kursk. The United Nations has said continued weapons supplies to Sudan's warring military and paramilitary forces are enabling the slaughter, while civilians are the ones bearing the brunt of the conflict. The Sudanese armed forces and the paramilitary rapid support forces are escalating their military operations and recruiting new fighters, fueled by considerable external support and a steady flow of arms. Sudan plunged into civil war on April 15, 2023, as a result of a power struggle between the RSF led by Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo and SAF chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. The Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, has resigned after an investigation found that he failed to pursue an investigation into allegations of serial physical and sexual abuse by a volunteer associated with the Church of England at Christian summer camps. Justin Welby, aged 68, resigned on Tuesday, 5 days after the Independent Marking report singled him out for criticism over his handling of abuse allegations dating back to the 1970s. Welby, who announced his resignation in sorrow, took personal and institutional responsibility for a lack of action on the heinous abuses allegedly committed by late John Smith, a volunteer of Christian summer camps decades ago. Amid escalating regional tensions, voters in the self-declared state of Somaliland will today vote in its fourth general election since its break from Somalia in 1991. While Somaliland now has its own government, parliament, currency, passports, and other features of an independent country, its sovereignty remains unrecognized as Somalia continues to view it as part of its territory. Incumbent President Muse Bihi Abdi is seeking a renewed 5-year mandate in the election, while his main challenger is former Parliament Speaker and opposition candidate Abdurrahman Mohamed Abdullahi. And now to indigenous news. The Ondo State Police Command has arrested one prophetess, Mrs. Folashade Adekola, on Tuesday over the death of a woman, Jumoke Adesua, and her newborn baby inside her church. The deceased bled to death from complications after childbirth inside the suspect's church located in Okearo area of Akure, the state capital. The suspect was arrested by men of the police command after the deceased brother reported the matter at the police station. The state police public relations officer, Mrs. Fumilayo Odunlomi, who confirmed the incident, said the prophetess was arrested and taken to the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department for further investigation. The Lagos state government has arrested 94 suspects in a midnight operation following complaints from citizens about illegal suspects, squatters, miscreants, and suspected criminal activity along rail track corridors. Tokumbo Wahab, the Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, announced this operation. It further stated that a locally fabricated shotgun, several wraps of illicit substances suspected to be Indian hemp, charms, and a jackknife were recovered from the suspects. The suspects will be charged in court accordingly. A man named Olamide Akinolu was allegedly beaten to death by unidentified individuals at the Osas Hotel in the Wadoye community of Ifo local government area, Ogun State. This incident occurred on Tuesday around 12:40 p.m. The 30-year-old victim had reportedly gone to the hotel to meet a man whom he had paid 50,000 naira to rent musical instruments when he was allegedly attacked by some suspects. Akinolu began vomiting blood after the alleged attack and was quickly rushed to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. And that's the world news on Providence Television International. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned.